Hey friends, welcome back. Now we are going to continue our MERN stack series. This is our e-commerce project. In the previous video, we have created a category section. We can add categories and we can show the categories. So here you can see we have created this category section and where we are displaying this nested categories. We have also added this model so we can add a new category, but we need to refresh the page to see the newly added categories. So that's what we are going to do in this video, as well as we are going to add product. So here in this tab we are going to work, and apart from that I have added a little bit of CSS. This is not very difficult, this is very easy. Let me show you how you can achieve this sidebar like that. So this is nothing but just couple of CSS lines. Here you can see, so this is what we have. So this is our sidebar, okay, and this is UL tag. Here I have added a style sheet, style.css, and I have given the margin padding 0 to the UL, and then li let's say style none like usual, and then we have anchor tag, display block, color, padding, and everything, right? So because of that I have that this gray bar background black, whatever it is. Okay, so then next thing, we have this navling. With this component, whenever we will click on this home or category or products, it will add a dynamic class active. So with the help of that active class here, a.active, I'm changing the background color as well as I'm changing the text color, right? Let me show you here on the screen. So let me do inspect, and you can see that right now the selected tab is home, and you can see the li and anchor tag a, current page, and class active. So when you will change this category, you can see the active class will be in the category, right? So here you can see this is the category, and this is the active class we have, and no more active class in the home. Now it is a normal, right? So this is how you can just add this CSS. That's all. It is going to work absolutely fine. Okay, so let me do the let me finish the category work. So after adding a new category, we want to display the categories over here without refreshing the page, right? For that we need to dispatch an action, right? So as we have nested categories, this is not a simple linear list. It's a like nested list. Okay, it's tree like a structure. So here you can see we have actions, auth actions, and here you can know it's category.actions, and here we are retrieving all the categories. That is fine. And here we have add category, right? So here we are adding the category. That is nothing but a form. We are sending the data and all, right? And here we are dispatching an action, and here we are sending the category, right? So instead of sending directly as a payload, I'm going to add a object, and here I'm going to say category, and let me paste this rest data category over here, right? Save. So we'll have an object category. Cool. Okay, now save, and let's go to your reducer. Okay, this category, okay, where is the reducer? Here, reducers, category.reducer. Here we have initial state and categories empty list, and here we have added this new category success. Okay, whenever this case will be true, then this state state code will be executed and the state will be updated, right? And it will return this state. So here we can add our categories, right? So what we are doing here, from here we are dispatching an action with the payload, that is category, newly added category, and here we will push that category in this categories, right? So let me show you how we can do that. So after this state, I'm going to say categories, and here we are going to add a new categories, right? So what we can do, as we all know, this is a nested category, this is not a linear category. So we have to again do that recursive traverse through the list. Okay, so for that I will create a new function. I will say build new categories. Okay, and here we are going to pass our category list, so that is in the state dot categories, and second will be the new category what we are going to push in the list, right? So here you can see that's category, actually that is inside the action. So we'll say action dot payload dot category. Here you can see, so that's nothing but this payload, right? So here we have action dot payload dot category, and this will return a new and updated category, right? So let's give a comma over here, save it, and let's create this function build new categories out of this export. Here we'll say const build new categories, and it is going to take categories, right, and the new category just created, right. And here again we are going to do the recursive call, right. So here we are going to say for let cat of categories, right, and also create a new object. Let, we'll say my categories as an empty array, my categories, and here we'll check if category dot children. Okay, not like that, we have to push the new category because we are building a new completely new category set, right. So we'll say my categories dot push. Okay, so whatever the categories we have right now, we are going to spread over here, so that is cat, and we will add a new children, right. Here we'll have children, and in the children we are going to say, here we are going to say cat dot children if children exist, and cat dot children dot length greater than 0, then we'll call this build new categories. Okay, build new categories with the categories cat dot children, actually the sub list. Okay, that is a sub list, and we'll pass the category again. Okay, so here it is going to long enough. Okay, that's not a problem. Build new categories, else we are gonna say empty array, right. So and finally we are going to return this category, my categories. Okay, let's see it is working or not first thing, right. Oh, this is not finished. Okay, we haven't added the category at all, we are just traversing the list. Okay, so here we have build new categories, and now let's test this. Okay, and also for the testing, let's say here we're going to say const updated categories equals to here we are going to say build categories, right, and we'll do console.log updated categories, and we'll remove this for now because it will give error if it will fail, right. So here we're going to say like that. Now let's go and let's refresh the page, looks everything fine. Let's go inspect and go to the console, and if you're facing a trouble of token failed, expired and something like that, you can increase the amount of time for your token, right. Right now it is 1 hour, you can increase up to 1 day, 2 day, it doesn't matter, like 1D, that's it. Okay, so here we have, let's add a new category, and this error we are getting because of deprecated strict mode find DOM transition. Okay, we'll see. Okay, let's add a new category. So let's first choose an image. Let's add a Vivo category, and that is we are going to add Vivo inside the mobiles. Right now let's save, and here you can see the new category success, it is added, and we have got the same list that we have just consoled over here, right. So updated categories, and here you can see it is like same or no problem categories, and then we have ID mobiles, again we have children, and then it has Samsung or Realme, iPhone, no new categories, no Vivo till now yet. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to update our backend code first thing, because we need a parent ID also. So here we are going to say, so here we have admin app, here we have MERN backend, src, and let's go to the controller, category.js, and here we are adding, we are creating our list, right. You remember we have created this create category function, right, and here we're going to add a parent ID, and here we're going to say gate.parent ID. Okay, so that with the help of that we can find the category, right, and then we can push the new category in the children. Okay, so that's why I'm adding this parent ID, right. Now let's go and let's refresh over here and just verify it. Okay, get all categories success, payload categories, and here you can see in this we don't have parent category parent ID because we don't have parent ID, right. And then children, here we have mobiles, and here we have parent ID, right. Inside the children obviously it is going to have parent ID. Here you can see we have parent ID, right. Now we can add we can find the category because we have parent ID. Here you can see reducer, and let's go again to your function, and here let's write if, we'll say cat, and we'll say cat dot parent ID. Okay, if cat dot parent ID exists, we'll check cat dot parent ID and cat dot parent ID equal to, here we are going to get one more ID, that is, let's say the ID, and here we are going to compare it ID. Okay, and here we are going to say if it is equal, then do this, else do this, same thing, right? But here we are going to add something new. So here we are saying cat ID, build a new categories, and here we have cat children, and here we are going to say ID, and here also we are going to say ID. Okay, so here we have match. If it is match, then we'll add our new category, that is this one. Okay, so here we have category, and this is cat children, so this is an array, right? So this array we are going to write as an array, and we'll spread the current list, and we'll add a new category. Okay, so that as an object, and here we are going to say the list, so that is underscore ID, and here we are going to get category dot underscore ID, and next name, that is going to be category dot name, parent ID. You can see if we are adding a new list, so what we are going to get parent ID, and here we are going to get a category dot parent ID, and ID name parent ID, and what else, fourth children, so category dot children, that's it. Name, we also have slug, right? So name and slug, or let's add after name, that is going to be slug, and here we can say category dot slug, right? So this is a new list. Okay, hopefully it is going to work. Now let's save, and here we are going to say categories, and here we are going to say updated categories, save. Okay, now let's see it is working or not. Okay, let's reload your application, and let's clean the console, and now let's add a new category. Okay, let's clean the console again, and now let's choose this time Infinix or whatever brand it is, I don't know, Infinix, and then mobiles, not Samsung, it's mobile, and name it Infinix, right? And let's save this, and we have got an error, categories is not iterable. Okay, build new categories, categories is not iterable. Okay, the problem is here I'm passing ID, right? And here we have category, and here we are not passing the ID. So here we have to say before the categories ID, right? So that is actually, you can get it from this action.payload category, right? So let's copy, and here we'll say const category equals to action.payload.category, and here we are going to say category dot underscore ID. So this is the ID we have, category dot ID, and next it is just category, right? Now let's save. So here it is not underscore ID, it is actually parent, because what we have this is newly created category, right? So ID will be new, but we will also have the parent ID, right? So like for example, it belongs to mobile, so here we need the mobile ID, right? And here we'll compare that ID. So here it is parent ID, and here we'll compare cat.parent ID, so it's a mobile ID. If mobile ID gets matched, then we'll push that new category in the children of the mobile, right? Now let's save this, and let's verify it's working or not. Category.parent id, state.categories, category, new object, right? And here okay, fine. Now let's run it, and let's reload it, and here you can see Infinix is already here, but let's add this time again one more time, and here we are going to say choose a mobile. So this time let's add Samsung. Okay, let's give a name Samsung, and it is going to be the part of mobiles, right? And let's save changes, and we have got an error. What is new? Add new category request, create, and this got failed. Mongo error, slug key pattern. Okay, we have got an error from the MongoDB. That's a slug. Okay, I don't understand what is this key pattern slug one. Let's reload, and let's add one more time. Didn't understand actually. The Samsung is added, right? Here we're going to say let's say choose a file and a real iPhone Xiaomi. Okay, and now let's choose a mobile, and here we're going to say Xiaomi. Okay, and now let's save changes, and okay, this time it is added. Add new category success, and here we have got our new list, children, and here you can see okay, that Samsung, Realme, Vivo, what we have added Xiaomi, right? So let's see the children, and then children we have mobiles, children 5, and here we have Samsung, Realme, iPhone, Vivo, Infinix, right? Okay, it's not working, and I found the problem actually, what we have. So here, let me give you the idea so you can understand it properly. Okay, so let's remove this, let's keep it here. Okay, so here we have category, and we want to add our newly created category in the list, right? For that, what we are doing, we are sending the parent ID. With the help of parent ID, we can find the exact category, and we can push our newly created category in the children. Okay, so here we are sending the parent ID and the current list and the new category what we want to add. Okay, so here you can see here I'm receiving ID, categories, and then category. Okay, so till now everything is fine. We are looping through the elements of the categories, okay, one by one, and here we are checking the parent ID. So this is the mistake actually. We don't need to check the parent ID because we are finding the category. For example, we have added a new Xiaomi phone, Xiaomi as a brand, right? We want to add it in the list, so we have the parent ID in the in this category. We have the parent ID of Xiaomi. The parent ID of Xiaomi is actually the mobile category, a mobile ID, right? And in the list we will have here mobile, right? So we need to compare mobile ID with this ID, not parent ID, right? That was a mistake. So let's remove from here, and here you can see the cat parent, not parent ID, it's underscore ID. So here it will be like mobile ID. Okay, and here we're comparing the parent ID. So this is actually the parent ID. So here you can write also parent ID like that, parent ID, and here you can say parent ID. So this is a newly added category. Okay, and the parent ID, that is the mobile ID actually, and here we are seeing, oh, it's a mobile ID gets compared and parent ID gets matched, and then here we're passing, right? So let me update over here also. You can rename it or it doesn't matter. Copy and paste over here parent ID, and rest of the thing will be as it is. Okay, so wherever we are using parent ID, so that is not a problem, right? So ID was comparing over here, that is updated, right? And here we are sending the parent ID. Okay, now let's save, and now let's check this again. Okay, and now let's add a new category, and here we are going to say let's add honor, and let's choose mobile, choose file, and here we have honor image. Close it, and now let's save changes, and here you can see the owner is in the list. Okay, we have dispatched action successfully and it worked, right? Here you can see the updated categories in the console, and here we have list electronics, and children we have mobiles. Okay, in the mobiles we have again children, and here we have honor in the list. That's because we added a over here, right? ID, name, slug, parent ID, and children. So here you can compare it: ID, name, slug, parent ID, and children. So guys, this worked well, right? So this is working finally. Okay, and I have left no mobile categories to add. Okay, so that's it. And now let's work on the products, so we can add a product also, right? Now let's refresh also. This is totally fine. The products, and here we're going to add a new product, right? So let's go and let's go to your where containers, and here we have products index.js file. So first let's go to the category and copy the model. Okay, let's copy the model, copy, and let's go product and paste over here. And now let's remove everything from the body except this input. Okay, and here we have input. Here we're going to say the product name, right? And we are going to create some states also, right? We'll say cost. Also import the required things like for the from the React Bootstrap, right? So here let's copy this line completely, paste over here. Okay, now let's add inputs. So let me add. So here we have const, and here we're going to say let's open the Postman. So here we have product create, right? Name, quantity, price, description. We'll say name. Okay, that's it. This is name, quantity, price, description, category, and product pictures, right? The product pictures as an array. Okay, fine. Let's create the variable inputs. The first thing is name, product name, set product name, set name. Okay, we'll say e.target. We'll add validation later. Let's first finish this. Also, we can add a label. I think we'll say label. Here we can say name. Okay, let's go to the category and copy few things. Okay, so here we have close. So here we have handle close. Okay, and here we have on hide on click hand close button, save changes, right? Save. Now let's go and check your web page. Input is not defined. Now let's add input also. And here we have products, and we don't have any add button. So let's go and copy paste. So from category, copy this row. And now let's replace this products, add, and here we have name, so product name, and then we can add a new product, right? Let's add more inputs. Here it is, category is going to be a drop down, right? So here we're going to say select, and we'll choose options, select category, and then next will be another set of options, and that is nothing but the categories, right? So what we are going to do here, we have something to create the category list, index.js. Here we are seeing the render, not here. Where is the option? So this option we want. Let's copy this. Okay, and paste over here. And here we have a category, right? Let's say category, set category, select category, and then this function create category list. Okay, so let's go and copy that function, create category list, paste. For now we are doing this. Okay, we'll improve our code, don't worry. Okay, trust me. And here we have create category list, and also we want categories, right? So let's use const, and we'll say category equals to use a selector, and here we can say state dot categories, sorry, it's category, save. Let's go check Postman, and category has already been declared. Okay, problem, category has already been declared. So here we can say category ID, set category ID, and here we are going to replace it, set category ID, value category ID, set category ID, and category dot categories map, everything is fine. Okay, now let's add, and here you can see name, quantity, price, description. You can remove the label if you are if it's looking bad for you. Okay, fine. Here we have select category, and we don't have categories, right? Okay, I got it. So first we need to navigate to the category, then products, and here you go. Here we have, okay, we'll solve this problem in the next video, but let's finish this adding part. Okay, there we have category, select category, mobiles and all. Okay, so here, okay, we need to add a file also, right? So we can add pictures of the product, right? So we'll say here input type, that is going to be file, and here we are going to say name equals to, let's say, the product. What is the Postman name? Product picture, right? Product picture, it doesn't matter whatever name you're going to give. On change equals to handle product pictures. Okay, now close this. So here we have type name product picture, and on change it will run execute this function, handle product picture. Now let's create this function. Hit is event. Okay, so every time what we are doing, we have an array, right? We are going to push that in the list, all the pictures every time when we are choosing a new picture. Okay, So let's add over here. Here we're going to say let's const updated. Okay, it is actually the file event dot target dot files, that is 0 for the first selection. Okay, next we are going to set product pictures, and here it is going to be an array. We'll execute spread the current list, say product pictures. Next we are going to say e dot target dot files and 0. So let's remove this. Okay, so here we have set product pictures, and then we have array, and then we have product pictures current list, that's empty for the moment, and then we'll have a new file, right? Next we'll say console dot log product pictures. Cool, save this, and let's go down and also show the pictures, selected pictures over here. So after this, here we're going to say product pictures dot length greater than 0, and here we're going to say the product pictures dot map pic, and here we're going to say ULLI tag, whatever, let's choose div tag. Okay, here we're going to say pic here we are going to have pic comma index key equals to index pic, and here it is going to be null to remove there. And okay, I just don't remember the properties name, so I will simply say stringify pic. Okay, we'll replace it later, just now. Okay, don't worry. So here it is fine, right? Let's go add, and here you can see we have choose file option. Now let's also open the console, and now let's go up, and let's choose a picture first. Okay, right now I don't have product pictures, so just add random here, and here you can see the 2 times file is getting displayed. Choose again zombie, and here it is array. Okay, it's printing 2 times. Honor zombie. Okay, object file dot name, right? It's dot name, pic dot name. Save, reload, and let's add, and here choose file phone. Here you can see iPhone is selected. Next, Vivo is selected. Next, Samsung is also selected, right? Now let's okay, these are not the I'm just selected random images, don't worry. I will just collect a couple of images, and then we'll add properly next video. Okay, so here we're gonna say product name. What is the product name? Samsung J7. Quantity, let's say 100 in the stock. Price 5,000. Description, Samsung is a good phone. Okay, category, and okay, again we have to do that, sorry, my mistake. Categories, products, categories, products. Okay, now go and let's choose Samsung. We're adding Samsung phone, right? Description, Samsung is a good phone. Price 5,000. Quantity 100. Product name Samsung Galaxy J7. Okay, and let's choose a file, a couple of images. It's just random images. Infinix. Okay, it's Samsung all brand we are adding because don't have an image right now. Realme. Okay, now let's scroll up, and here we're gonna say clean the console. Now let's save. Okay, we don't have a save changes, right? We have to add action. We have to create action. I totally forget it. Oh man. Okay, action. Here we can see the product actions, right? Export const add a product form return dispatch const res equals to await axios dot post. Okay, product, create product, and then next is the form. Add product, copy, and now let's go to the product index. And here we are going to say const dispatch equals to use dispatch. Okay, dispatch added, and let's handle this form. Here we have handle close. Okay, so here we're going to say const form equals to new form data form dot append. Here it is going to be a name, name quantity price description category ID. And here for the multiple pictures it is going to be for loop and let pick of product pictures. And now let's copy this. Here we're going to say product picture, and here it is going to be pick. Okay, that's an array, product pictures. And once this completed, we have name, quantity, price, description, name, quantity, price, description, product picture, category, right? Now we're ready to add it. Dispatch add product, and here we're going to say the form. Now let's save it. Okay, let's go and check your browser. Axios is not defined. Now let's copy this Axios product action. And here we have our products, right? Now let's add it. Before that, also navigate to the category so you can have the list. Right now we don't. Now we have the list. Now let's go and navigate, and here you can choose Samsung. We're adding a Samsung phone. Let's choose pictures, couple of pictures. I will definitely delete this product because this is not the product expected product, right? This is just one, I want to add it for the testing purpose. So 3 images we have selected over here. Name, now it is going to be a Samsung Galaxy J7. Quantity is gonna be 100. Price is going to be 5,000. Okay, and description, let's add good description, whatever it is, Samsung. And now let's clean the console, and now let's save changes. And we have got error after a lot of hard work. So the error is create token expired, JWT expired. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Let's sign out, and you can definitely increase the token time. Right here you can see MERN backend SRC controller. Okay, admin auth.js. Expires in 1 day. Save. Let me show you the couple of problems in this admin dashboard so we can fix it later, right? Share the rate. And here we're going to submit. Okay. Also reload the page, then otherwise your token will not work, right? Categories, we have got products, and now let's add the product. This is the final I'm gonna do, right? Add, choose file, honor, brand images. So here we're adding 4 images. Now add the name. Quantity, price, category, mobiles. Okay, hopefully this time it is going to work. Save changes. And finally it worked. Here you can see the response. That's the status 200 word. So it's a response about creation. Product, so this is what we have added. This is the product, and this is the product pictures. The pictures is successfully added. This is like amazing, right? And here you can verify it. So let's go to the products. The last product we have created. Okay, let's see. This is what we have just added. That's Samsung Galaxy J7, Samsung Galaxy J7 price 6,000, quantity 100, product pictures, the 4 pictures we have added. So this is the image ID, and this is what we have added, right? So you can verify it. Let's copy this name, and now let's open this in another text editor, that is localhost 2000. This is the backend port, and then we'll say public / picture, and here what we have added. So this is working fine. Everything is correct. And in the next video we will improve this code. In the next video also we will we'll also create an API to fetch the list of products, right, in the tabular format. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So here, bye bye.